Welcome, welcome everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever it is that you're tuning in from. My name is Drusilla Baksh. I've been an Opulent partner for more than 4 years, actually. I always say time flies when you're having fun. It's been absolutely an amazing experience for me, an amazing journey for me. And my two whys of joining this amazing opportunities because I wanted to have time freedom with my children, which Opulence Global have afforded me that for the past 4 years. And I wanted financial freedom, which I'm still working towards at the moment. So welcome everyone. Just wanted to share a little bit about myself to you. But tonight is more important it's all about our products, the wonderful, amazing products that we have. So you have questions, please put it in the Q&A. If you want to add anything, to say something or a testimonial, please put your hands up later on at the end of the call. We will unmute you. And I will take a moment, ladies and gentlemen, and I will introduce to you our first speaker, and then I will go right into introducing our second speaker of the night. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Opulence Global Night, our product Crossfire call. Ms. Sanaz Human is the Senior Vice President and Chief Designer at Opulence Global. Sanaz spent her early 20s learning about MLM and entered her first MLM business in 2002, quickly developing her business as a distributor. She eventually left the sales field and took a position at Opulence Global. With hard work, dedication, and perseverance, she eventually rose to her current position. Sanaz is fully invested in all aspects of the product development process and beyond, and from research and development to manufacturing, distribution, marketing, and promotion. She takes pride in every product and in all the ingredients that is used, and is proudly a product of the product, knowing that she is impacting the lives of many globally. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the call tonight, the wonderful and amazing Miss Sanaz Human.
Thank you so much, Drew. A good evening to everyone. Thank you for that kind introduction, my dear.
You're welcome, my dear. All right, wonderful. And did David join us? Yes. Okay, wonderful.
I'm here.
Hello, David. Hello. Okay, so I'll take a different moment. I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, another treat for you we have tonight is David Okamoto handles the regulatory affairs at Opulence Global. From the science and pharmaceutical background, David recognized the incredible values in Fairy Flawless as a world-class product that delivers its promise of anti-aging. His enthusiasm continues with the Fountain of Life, which is the most powerful antioxidant from nature, and the future development in the Safe Home Revolution collection. David is honored to be a part of this incredible journey as Opulence Global changes the lives of many people globally. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the wonderful and amazing David Okamoto. David, welcome to the call. It's all yours.
Gee, thank you so much. That's a nice introduction. I should have recorded that.
It is recorded.
I got to play it for people that know me. Say, listen to this.
Welcome, David and Sanaz. The call is all yours. Please take over.
Amazing. Thank you so much. A good evening to everybody. A good morning, a good afternoon, wherever you are. Hello, David. A good evening to you as well. Good to have you on the call. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you today?
I am great. Lots of stuff, lots of moving wheels, lots of amazing things happening with the company, and lots on the go. So I'm excited to be on the call today.
Wonderful.
Amazing. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, tonight, if those of you that are joining us for the very first time, we want to welcome you. I know we have lots of new folks from all across that have been joining our business and our opportunity. And of course, Opulence Global is always thriving to evolve, to get better, to grow stronger, and of course, to be able to create an amazing opportunity for entrepreneurs everywhere to create generational wealth. But what's really amazing is the incredible products that we carry. Like Drew said, our ingredients, our products are really made with science in mind and with results. We're very result driven. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about our microsilver technology. We want to talk a little bit about, the benefits of using the microsilver in our product. We are the first and only North American company that's been utilizing the microsilver in our skincare, in our personal care, and of course in our oral care as well. And it has really become a staple into so many people's homes. And so, David, tonight I am going to focus a little bit on the microsilver technology. And then, of course, I want to get into a little bit of the nitty gritty of really, our number one selling product at this time, which is the Fountain of Life. So to start, let's talk a little bit about our medical grade microsilver. What is the difference between the microsilver that we have and the different types of microsilver that are out there? Let's start with that first question.
Well, there's only one microsilver out there, and that's the one that we're using. So I want to really please understand that this is very unique. It's patented completely. There's so many patents on this product, from the process patent, how it's made, right throughout the design patent of the product. It's a very unique, highly porous product, 99.9999% pure. It is medical grade. A lot of people call the other silvers on the market microsilver, but it's really nano silver. Nano silver is very, very small particle ionized silver, known as silver water. You might know it as colloidal silver, that can be absorbed by the body rather rapidly. And that's not our objective. With our microsilver, it is 10 micron medical grade silver that is not absorbed by the body, completely inert. So if you should absorb silver, like silver ions, like colloidal silver, silver water, what can happen is beyond, argyria is a graying of the skin that's permanent. And if you want to see something that's just horrible, look up the word argyria, Argyria, and you'll find that there are people out there who have taken in colloidal silver to the point that their skin is permanently gray. And the argument is that, well, they're not going to die from that. Well, no, they're not. But there's certainly going to be a pariah in society when you see a person walking down the street who's completely gray. Certainly, they do stand out. It has affected their lives deeply, of course. But you can also suffer from kidney damage as a result of doing this. So you have to be very, very careful with colloidal silver and silver water and nano silver. However, with microsilver cannot be absorbed. Really important. They're using this now in implant technology, whether it be dental implants or things like hip replacements and knee replacements. And why are they doing that? They're using it because silver is one of the oldest antimicrobials in the world, being in use since the days of Cyrus, the Persian king, because they wanted to protect their people from the onset of bacteria. They used water casks made of silver. In our application, what we're doing is using silver, and it's deposited on the skin in our products, whether it's the topical products, it's the Fairy Quad AG, or the Sterling products. It is deposited on the surface of the skin, and the silver ions are released. And what is happening is it disrupts the transport mechanisms of bacteria, and this is what causes it to perish. It's a very, very effective antimicrobial without causing antibiotic resistance. In our toothpaste, what happens is that this microsilver actually embeds itself in the gums of our mouth, the mucosal lining, and it releases silver ions over time. And that is why bacteria perishes, and also the bacteria that causes bad breath and periodontal disease also perishes as a result. That's why people wake up with their breath feeling fresher. And the fact of the matter, it reduces periodontal disease effectively. And we started using this in our toothpaste as a replacement for fluoride. We wanted to get rid of fluoride because of the inherent issues and the controversies, but we needed something that's effective. So we used microsilver. Microsilver has been proven. They tested at the Erlangen Clinic in Europe, and they found out this is a very effective antimicrobial. and against periodontal disease and halitosis, all these other issues. It reduces plaque formation on the teeth, so it has been proven to be very effective, and that's what we're incorporating. And we're looking at microsilver and other products. So as we move forward, we're using this as a base, as a very effective antimicrobial agent. It's used in our fairy microsilver spray. So even on surfaces, we're reducing the bacterial count on it and the viral count on surfaces. And it's just amazing the discoveries that were made because of the situation, what we've gone through over the past couple of years. And they did find out how it does impact the environment that way. And we have some outstanding products. And it's going to be helping us move into the future with different technologies and applications. I think they have like 30 PhDs working on this, and we work in conjunction with the company that makes microsilver so that we can advance always with our product offerings.
Absolutely. David, let's rewind a little bit, because I think one of the first products that I want to really focus on, which has been a life changer for me and many of my family members and customers, and that is our toothpaste. The toothpaste, number one, is made with fluoride, as a fluoride free, which is incredibly safe for our children, incredibly safe for our loved ones, people that are, have ailments in their body. And the other big element of it is that this is a natural microsilver. This is not going to cause that grain that you're just talking about. And I've seen people, and I thought it was they were actually albino, but now I realize that the people that have the graying of the skin, they're not actually albino. It's basically the what I call the toxic silver. So I want to make sure that everyone understands that the medical grade microsilver that we have is a medical grade. That this is used in eye drops when children are born with infections in their eyes. These eye drops are going into their eyes. It's used in plates for skull injuries and so on and so forth. So this is an actual medical grade silver that we are using. So number one, it's costly. Number two, there's phenomenal science behind it. There's incredible backup and data and technology behind it. And you should be proud that we are the first and only North American network marketing company that is distributing the product that gives you exclusivity as partners to be able to get access to. So those are really big elements for you to understand. So the toothpaste is fluoride free. I'll get David to reiterate a little bit on that. And then the next product I want to really talk about, which by the way is one of our top contenders out there as well, is our night serum. And our night serum is basically made from the microsilver technology. It also has the fountain of life extract inside of it. So that is really like a double whammy for the skin, for the body, for so many different elements. But let's start with the toothpaste first, David, because we talked about this. It's already, helped with inflammation in the gums. It's helping with whitening of the teeth. It is fluoride free. Talk to me a little bit more about this.
Yeah, I think that's really important. Well, first of all, let's talk about why we even brought this out. We started looking at the various products in the field, and we started talking about things like safety. We talked about efficacy, all these things that are important to every consumer out there. And when we looked at toothpaste, it's sort of amazing. We took a hard look at the writings on our toothpaste tubes, and we discovered that, to my surprise anyways, that there are warnings on it. Number one, the warning on my toothpaste tube was, if you should swallow any of the toothpaste, call your poison control center. Little alarming when you read that, and then it made us do a deep dive into what is exactly going on. And we do know about fluoride. Fluoride, they make a big deal about adding fluoride to water, fluoride into our toothpaste. Fluoride is a natural element. It was designed to harden our teeth, to protect us against acidic bacteria that causes tooth decay. And I think that a lot of dental professionals will tell you that. The problem is, and the one thing we discovered, is that the exposure to fluoride is becoming very controversial. And things like skeletal fluorosis is becoming a concern, because skeletal fluorosis is the misdevelopment of underdevelopment, I should say, of your skeletal system. They found out 40% of American teenagers are suffering from dental fluorosis, which is a staining of the teeth because they were exposed to fluoride. They're not sure how many of those people are going to impact the medical system in the future because of skeletal fluorosis. Then they discovered a link between fluoride and diabetes type 2. And that list started to grow on and on. But what became really alarming was in terms of neurological development, when they found out that children exposed to fluoride at a very young age, or if their mothers, when they're pregnant, were exposed to fluoride, well, they had lower IQs, statistically significant lower IQs when they're measured at the ages between 9 and 12. And so there's some sort of neurological impact. And so as we started looking at this as a company, the question we asked is, well, why don't we just eliminate fluoride? And that's the easy part. The hard part is, how do you make something that's going to be effective? And so we started talking to different scientists in the field, and we came across, what the people with microsilver were doing. They had already done some studies on this, and they started looking at the effectiveness, the efficacy of microsilver in toothpaste at the Erlangen clinic that I mentioned before. And they found out that it was very effective against periodontal disease, that it reduced plaque formation, reduced all the issues that are part of periodontal disease, as well as halitosis. And because microsilver creates a depot when they used it, and it's long lasting. And so this is something we decided to incorporate into our product. And as we have released this and having many people use it, the reports back from the dental community has been overwhelmingly positive because of the impact this has. Now, if you compare our product to other products out there without fluoride, it's pretty quick to see that our product is far different, because the other products without fluoride simply do not work. So we have an effective alternative. And what our product does is eliminates the bacteria that causes tooth decay. So instead of hardening our teeth to prevent the acid from getting to our teeth, we just eliminate the bacteria that's causing so many problems. So we're offering a viable alternative. It's children safe. So if you have a child that doesn't listen to you, I know that one, and they swallow the toothpaste, it's not going to hurt them. It's inert, you can't absorb it. So what happens in that case, we just eliminate it from it's excreted out through our digestive system. So it's a very safe alternative to what's out there. And I think that the people that are using this are very happy with the results. And I think and it does, it increases compliance with children who really wants to, they tend to like the taste of it. So, okay.
Absolutely. And it does, I do want to reiterate, last week we were asked, if the ingredients does have mint in it. And the answer is yes, it does, because it does have that minty flavor as well. And I do want to make sure that we reiterate as well, we're actually in the process of creating an amazing mouth spray and a mouth wash made with microsilver. This will be an addition this year. I know many of you are very, very excited for this product. It is absolutely amazing. And, we really do take our time sometimes to create products, and we just want to make sure we get it right. We do a lot of focus groups. So I do want to reiterate, aside from the toothpaste, which is an amazing, amazing, amazing oral care product, we are going to be adding an amazing mouth spray as well as a mouthwash. It will not contain any alcohol, so it will not, burn your mouth. It's going to be made with the medical grade microsilver technology as well. So you can really swish it in your mouth and make sure that you also get rid of bacteria. The mouth spray is really made as you're traveling, as you're moving around, as throughout the day. It's a fresher for the breath, but at the same time, it allows for you to also, keep your mouth clean. David, let's talk a little bit about our night serum, please.
Okay. Well, our night serum is I got a combination of various ingredients that are state of the art, apart from the emollients and the hydrators in it that are incredibly effective. Well, we got microsilver in it. We use microsilver because it creates a depot, and the whole idea behind our night serum is that during the rest and relaxation time for our skin, and it's really critical that we do this so that it's able to rejuvenate and replace and replenish. So what we wanted to do was give our skin some material that's going to actually support its processes. So, we added in things like microsilver. Microsilver is a big part of that. So what does microsilver do? Microsilver eliminates the bacteria that causes so many issues. And it also is very soothing and supporting of the skin processes. So really important that we brought that in. And the second thing we did, in terms of addition, is we brought in this ingredient called hexapeptide 14. We don't talk about that a lot. I don't want to get too deep into this because it's not a drug, but hexapeptide 14 really does support the collagen rebuilding of the skin. So when we're resting, we're trying to give our skin some nutrients so that it's going to rebuild itself effectively. The third thing we added to the Quad AG was the Pisces extract and Fountain of Life, which is just a Norwegian spruce extract. And why did we do that? Two reasons. Number one, we're trying to mop up the free radicals that are on our skin. And free radicals cause our skin to look aged. Free radical activity causes oxidative stress, which causes other skin issues. So we want to reduce that. And we're able to do that with a product like the Fountain of Life extract. The second thing, though, our lignans used topically does support the processes of collagen formulation in the skin. So it's really important for us to have things like this. And in conjunction with this microsilver, hexapeptide 14, the emollients and the moisturizers that are there that are natural, and the fact that we got the Pisces extract, did I say hexapeptide 14? All is going to make our skin look that much better. And when we wake up, we're supposed to look younger. That's the idea. We're trying to give our skin the right tools to rebuild itself. And when we talk about anti-aging, that's the way we're looking at in terms of the processes. We're not here just to hydrate the skin, make our skin just feel more supple. We're trying to give us building blocks so that it'll actually reverse the signs of aging. And I think we've done that very effectively with this product line as well as that product with Quad AG. I hope that helps. I don't know if Sanaz is there or not. I think we lost Sanaz, but that's okay. When we talk about skincare, I think a Fairy Flawless line is something that I think people should understand as a regimen, and it's designed to support the processes of the skin. When we take a look at the day moisturizer, no, we don't have microsilver in it, but what we do have is a Pisces extract. And so why do we have that? Is again so that when we're hit with free radicals, and we could talk about free radicals a lot, and free radicals are something that we should be aware of. Free radicals are created from things like smoke, pollution, pesticides. Free radicals are part of our life. It's part, and we need free radicals for digestion. There's a lot of things that we need it for, but when we have too much of a problem like this, and our bodies are becoming overwhelmed, we need something that's going to actually neutralize it. And that's why, because over time, if we don't do that, it could cause damage to our skin, to our DNA, everything. And that has been proven. Oxidative stress is not a friend of ours. Oxidative stress can cause so many issues, and that's why we want to do that. And so that's what we're adding in the Fountain of Life extract. We've used this in our Sterling product as well. So again, free radical reduction, as well as we used the microsilver. And microsilver in our sterling products is really amazing when you think about it, because we use it on our extremities, you use it anywhere, and it's going to reduce the bacterial free radical activity that causes so many issues. And that's why, coming from a family of diabetics, I just think that it's so important that we use it on our periphery, meaning like on our feet and our legs, because they have such poor circulation and bacteria buildup, that we have things that are going to help combat the issues of things like diabetes. And diabetes type 2 is rampant around the world. So again, we're looking at tools. We're looking at ways that we could do this effectively and naturally, that is harm-free and something that's going to help our health in the long run. So
David, sorry, I got cut off for a little bit. I'm assuming you're talking just in regards to the body about the Fairy Sterling product.
Yes, I was just talking about, the relationship of microsilver and the importance of that, along with the Fountain of Life extract and how we're using in conjunction with these different products and how it's going to affect our overall health. And that's why I think, it's important to know that we're providing people with tools that they can use every day to reduce the problems of what they may be faced with, the problems of diabetes type 2, all these other things. So we have something that's very efficacious and very safe at the same time. So yeah, I think we're moving in the right direction, because we're offering things that haven't been offered ever before.
You got it, David. And what's really important is when it comes to the different product developments that we do, it's all about the partners getting out there. We're talking to everyone that's on this call. It's really your job out there and to scream it from the mountaintop of all the different products that we carry, not just one, because consumers are very different. And I have to tell you, David, when we were at the National Women's Show a couple of weeks back, the Sterling product was part of what we call our Opulence Experience Center, where people can stop by, try the product, test it, and everybody unanimously absolutely fell in love with the product. I mean, anyone that applied it on their hand, they talked about the scent, they talked about the texture, they talked about how smooth it was, how it was non-sticky, because I find that there's a lot of products out there that are very sticky. They don't feel very nice on the hand, but this was such a rich addition. The other thing as well is I actually had a facial treatment on the weekend. And of course, having great skin does not only mean just using a good product, because in order for you to have great skin, you gotta, first of all, you got to take care of your inside. So that means you have to, take your Fountain of Life. You got to basically drink lots of water and stay hydrated. David always talks about this, and not enough people consider the fact that, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, having enough fruits and vegetables in your diet is really you taking care of your insides, and that really reflects on the outside. So a lot of times when we're eating a lot of oily foods and not enough vegetables, you're going to see that reflect in your skin. You're going to see a lot of your T-zones being very oily. If you eat a lot of deep fried food, that will also, prevail on your skin as well. So it's really, really important to make sure that you take care of yourself from the inside and out. And to talk a little bit about that, you all know by the end of this month, we are going to be also removing 2 SKUs from our product line. And those 2 SKUs will be our eye serum and our lip product. And I'm going to reiterate why it's those 2 SKUs. So the cleanser day and night, the cleanser, first of all, I'm reformulating it. I'm making it less creamy, more foamy, more rich, more sort of deep cleansing to get rid of any sort of buildup in your skin, number one, for both men and women. So it's going to be an amazing, amazing, transformation, I call it. The day and night, it's one product, but honestly, it's about 5 to 6 different products in one. It's tightening, it's toning, it's lifting, it's basically plumping. It's got, we could have made the day and night into so many different SKUs on its own, because there's so many different active ingredients that each does something for your skin. So you have to understand that what we have basically been able to create for all of you is something that is truly, truly revolutionary, and something that can really, really help you to be able to have great skin. And I'm talking both to the men and women of all ages, all races, and all different types of skins, because really this product was created for everyone. And how do we do that? By using high quality ingredients, that excuse me, are backed up with science that are going to be able to give you that.
Naz, are you there?
I think we lost Vanessa again.
I think so. Well, I think people, just reiterate what we're saying, that, the products that we're making aren't just products that are in development for development's sake, but there's a process by which we are moving forward and developing products based upon scientific evidence. These are evidence-based products, and I think it's important to understand how impactful this can really be. And so, it's good for us to be on this side, because these products are going to make a difference in people's lives. I think we've seen that with the Fairy Flawless line. And although 2 products are being eliminated, I do know they're looking at, the way that the Flawless line works, how effective it is, and how they can always improve. It's a continuous improvement process. So it's exciting to see what the future is going to hold, and that's for sure.
David, I'm having some fun with my internet tonight. I'm in a new location, and this is why, this is what's happening. But I wanted to reiterate on the collagen a little bit as well. And next week, I want to reiterate, we'll be doing a full-fledged training about collagen and what is going to be happening with collagen. I do have some great updates. So if you have partners or you have customers, you want to make sure that they are on the collagen call next week, because we're going to give you some updates as to what is happening with collagen and what we're going to be doing. I know many of you have been anxiously waiting, but of course, this is going to be all shared with you all next week. We're going to talk about the benefits of collagen, what the collagen is going to do. And then, of course, we're also going to reiterate and give you some updates about the collagen product that Opulence has been working on, and our formulation and our yummy taste that we're working on, and all the goodies that are going to come to be. But the other product that we're going to be also talking about the last Monday of the month, and again, both posters are going to go out soon, is we are going to be having Jack on our call for the last Monday of May. And I think that's May 30th. And Jack will be our special guest, and we'll be talking about clinical as well. So between the combination of Fountain of Life, clinical, and the collagen, your bodies are going to become bulletproof. And, each of them does something for your body. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this, David. Why is it so vital and important that we supplement? Why is it so important for us to use these products now more than ever? Because I think a lot of people, kind of woke up when COVID happened. And we know that, a lot of people are trying everything to be able to boost their immune system. We've been hearing, you need to have zinc, and you need to have vitamin C, and you need to have turmeric, and you need to have this, and you need to have that, all really natural ingredients to be able to boost your body and to be able to boost your immune system. And I think more and more people are getting educated how important it is to do all those things. So let's talk a little bit about that. Why is it so important for us to be using products like the collagen, like the Fountain of Life, like the clinical that's going to be coming out?
I think it becomes really important. We have to start taking a look at the journey we've been on for the past couple of years. That just brings to light the importance of this. Like, everyone's talking about as if we're done, like we're finished with the pandemic. Well, we're not. I'm looking very closely at what could be the next pandemic right now. The one that's been more predicted. They did not predict this one. They're looking at the swine and bird flu, to be honest with you. And they've been preparing that for years. And yet what happened is we got hit with the coronavirus. So I think it's really important that we need to take products that are going to impact and modulate our immune system, products that are going to reduce the viral loads that our systems are going to be placed under. And we have to do this properly. Like we could talk to this, talk forever about doing the right thing and eating the right thing. But the problem is that, what processes are in place? And when I say that, that question is really about, they say we should take in things like, and you hear more about this, like more sterols. Well, that's great. Where do we get sterols? Sterols are everywhere. Then what's the big deal? The big deal is that as we process them, we process these plants, these vegetables, and these fruits, we destroy sterols. So yeah, we might be taking something in, but we might be destroying it at the same time. That's the same thing with lignans. Why all of a sudden everyone's talking about lignans through Opulence? Is because they thought we always had a good lignin source. Scientists did not realize for the longest time that lignans were quite prevalent in a lot of our grains and wheats. And why is that? Is because when they processed it, they destroyed the lignans in it. They did not realize that. And so they started to look at these deficiencies in our diet and recognize these deficiencies in certain societies. And there are societies that age well, less chronic disease, all these things, these factors are there and they thrive. And they're trying to figure this out right now. But part of it is diet. They understand that their diets are complete. Their diets have a lot of antioxidants that are completing their diets. They're not just there saying, okay, we're gonna eat a bunch of oranges today to get our vitamin C load, whatever. They're doing balanced diets. They have a different type of lifestyle. We'll talk about more about that in the future, but I think we should start recognizing the value of the products that we have to reduce the viral and bacterial loads that are going to come down the pipeline. And there are going to be more. So it's important for us to start preparing our bodies now. We should do this prophylactically. We don't have to be waiting for the next pandemic. Let's make our body stronger now by reducing the impact of free radical damage to our bodies, reduce the amount of oxidative stress that our bodies are under so that it'll be stronger against the next wave of problems. And there is going to be a next wave. I'm not trying to bring out bad news. It just, the reality is that we have to be prepared and we have to have the proper diets and we have to have the proper supplements if we don't have that in our diet. And that has been borne out by researchers now. They're saying augment your diets with things that you are not currently eating. And so this is
David,
our chance.
Another big part is that our food is just not the same anymore. The way that we manufacture food, the way that we grow our plants, the way that more and more people are building their own home gardens because they know that there's just so much pesticides and so much toxic ingredients, so much hormones that goes into our animals that goes in. I know a couple of days ago, I got a message from someone that, has developed, unfortunately, some tumors in their stomach and they went on a plant-based diet. And it's just because they're saying that, when we become sick is when people start to focus and spend all the money. But we're trying to teach you all and get you to teach your customer base that in order for you to have that longevity, in order for us to live like we used to, where you get to the 90s in a healthier way, you got to make sure you are supplementing your body. And this is not to fear anyone in any way. It is just to educate and to bring it to your attention. I'm sure everybody knows. Look at what happened with technology. As much as technology has evolved and grown and has brought us all together, Wi-Fi is one of the biggest oxidative stress that all of us have. And guess what? Each and every single one of you is on this call because of technology, because of Wi-Fi. Well, Wi-Fi goes through the air, right? And Wi-Fi goes through all of our bodies. And as much as all of us, whether we like it or not, our bodies are attacked by these free radicals each and every single day. whether it's pollution, whether it's cars, whether it's the gas and the fumes that are in the air, whether it's the water we drink with all the toxins. I mean, fluoride is another big element that's in our waters, where our waters are fluoridated, right? That's why now there's all these water filter systems that are being sold to clean your water. So what we're teaching you is the fountain of life works in 3 different elements. It's an antibacterial product, it's an antioxidant product, and of course, anti-inflammatory. And those are all the 3 states that really cause disease in our body. So you got to take care of your body. Clinical is going to be an absolutely phenomenal addition to what we're doing at Opulence Global. In addition to the fountain of life, clinical works in its own way for your immune system. So make sure you're on the call on, May 30th with Jack. And Jack is going to take us through clinical and really what it does. Collagen is going to work in another way because our food are not nutrient dense. So our joints are being effective. Our bones are our bone density is getting reduced. The collagen will help that. Your skin tissue, it will help with that. With anti-aging, it will help with that. With your overall health, it will help with that. So with the combination of fountain of life, clinical, collagen, all of these products combined, your body is going to become younger and younger, and it's going to age gracefully, and it's going to give you the proper nutrients that you need in order for you to have that longevity to be there for your family. I think COVID really woke us up because we all realized that we want to be healthier. We want to take care of our families. We want that knowledge to be able to attack anything that comes our way. And we're teaching you how to do that. But when we teach you that, you got to go out there and you got to teach your team, you got to teach your family members, you got to share it with new prospects, and you got to scream it from the mountaintop. I mean, there's countries that are still opening up even recently from this crazy pandemic. And like David said, it's not over. It's not over. We're not over it yet. Do you believe that Canada, right here in Ontario, the state of emergency was just lifted last week? Just lifted after 775 days. State of emergency was lifted because of this pandemic. So we got to become better. We got to be prepared. We got to be ahead and not behind. And how do you do that? By using incredible products, by using incredible ingredients. And I got to tell you, at Opulence, we are striving each and every single day. We are working hard to be able to deliver. We work every day strong to be able to do more, to become more, and to bring you value of products, ingredients, and of course, results. Now you have to do your part, which is share, share, share. That's the only job that you have as partners, is to go out there and to share the product and the opportunity, the product and the opportunity. Now, David, we talked about these products, but another one of my favorite microsilvers that we really need to talk about, which has done so much for us, is our microsilver spray. And I mean, when we were at the show, at the National Women's Show, that was another home run product that so many people loved. And so, I mean, the microsilver spray is something that I utilize. I mean, I don't go to the gym without it, number one. Every time I go to the gym, not just because of COVID, by the way, because it's just bacteria. I know there's a lot of people that use gym equipment. They do not clean up after themselves. We know that, people are not all disciplined. When I go to the gym, I do that. When I go to my backyard now, it's summertime. So guess what? In Canada, in where I live, in my land, I got squirrels, I got raccoons, I got foxes, I got all different types of animals that are walking around. And you know what? I sprayed down all of my patio furniture before I sit down on them, before my dog lies on it, before, we are, sitting outside. So those are the kind of things that you could utilize your microsilver spray. It's made for masks. It's antibacterial, it's antibacterial, we'll say, in the sense that it will eliminate and neutralize those free radicals that get on your mask. And it's safe enough for you to put your mask right back on. It activates within 30 seconds of you spraying your mask. So don't think that it's all over. These are all products that we want to be able to give to all of you in your household. David, the microsilver spray, let's talk a little bit about that, because that is an absolutely fantastic revolutionary product that it should be in every household. It should be in every kid's backpack.
Yeah, sort of funny. I was thinking about that as you're speaking, that If you're in Europe, you could say, it kills the coronavirus. We're not allowed to say that around the world because there are rules. But the reality is that in Europe, they do state that. And the reason being that as one of the driving forces was was COVID-19 to see whether microsilver did actually impact that. And I remember waiting around to hear whether in fact it did anything. And they're really pleased to tell the people in Europe that yes, it did work, that it did impact the coronavirus, and it did stop the replication of that. Really important on hard surfaces, whatever it was on. And then they started spraying the microsilver spray on different transit vehicles, everything, and found that was very effective. The microsilver product was designed, the spray was designed for masks, first and foremost. It was designed because they wanted to take the passive mask, which is just a filter, and make it an active mask, so to actually eliminate viral activity as you breathe in and breathe out. And they found that it really worked well. So, with that introduction, all of a sudden you've got something that's more effective in our masks. But then they found it works very well on other surfaces, which is great. And as the world opens up, and we're just opening up now. It's been a long time here. But again, as our world is opening up, we start traveling again. There's going to be many opportunities for us to be exposed to viruses. The international community is not all inoculated, and what we can do is reduce the potential by spraying our areas. So if we're in an airline, the seats can be sprayed before we sit down. We can also spray the tables to make sure that they're not impacted. They don't clean those tables, by the way. So you really have to understand that there's a high bacterial load on those tables, and we can actually reduce it by using the product. You can use it in the hotel rooms. Everything, those comforters are never washed. Things like that we have to look. And now with COVID, the number of sheets being turned over by housekeeping is reduced. They don't do that as often. So there's a number of things we can apply it for. But if you want to reduce the chances of us catching anything, we should be using that. Now they're telling us that we need, as we travel, we need COVID insurance. So this is a whole new industry upon itself, but they're very adamant about that. And I was looking at the need for this, but they're right. If we're stuck somewhere because of COVID, we have to look after the cost of quarantining, all those things that go along with it. So what can we do to prevent that? Well, we just don't know who's going to be a carrier. So let's reduce the chances of that. And our spray is just another tool against the transference of things like that. And again, if you're in a foreign country, you're not sure, you can wear a mask. You can spray that mask with the microsilver spray and reduce the chances of bringing that in. It's perfectly safe and it's incredibly effective. So it will reduce the chances of us, breathing in any bacteria or viruses that can cause problems. And the COVID-19, the coronavirus, does enter through our mouth. So let's be aware of that. But we have something to fight that. I think it's a good idea.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, one of the things that we want to do as well, that I do want to reiterate on, is that we not only want to protect you, but we want to protect our environment. We want to protect our world. We want to protect your cities. We want to protect everything around you. So for those of you that are new or maybe don't know, our products are all created by nature and really been able to be perfected by science. So we take everything into consideration into the development and the creation. We're not using any toxic ingredients in our product. We're not doing any sort of animal testing on our product. We're not using animal products in our formulation. So all those elements are really, really key as a partner, as a CEO of your own company. Those are all really big elements for you to consider when you are talking to your prospects about products and of course ingredients and the efficacy of really what we do, because it's all of those different attributes. It's your belief, it's your confidence And that's why you're supposed to get on these calls, by the way. It's not just to listen to myself and David talk. It's about, okay, what am I gaining from this call? What information can I utilize to go out there and to talk to my prospects? How do I become a better version of myself in order for me to go out there and to talk to prospects? Because again, I've always said knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more the more confidence that you will gain. The more you know about your products, the more belief that you have. I mean, when David and I do these calls, we're not following a script. We're talking from our hearts. We're talking from knowledge. I mean, yes, sometimes we pull up PowerPoints and we get you to follow along with that. But at the end of the day, for us, it's all about the knowledge that we have, and we want to pass it on to you. There's a lot that we see. There's a lot of documents that we read. There is a lot of data that we go through. So by the time it comes out to you, just know and understand that we have done so much due diligence to make sure producing a product in Canada, producing a product in a GMP factory is very difficult, ladies and gentlemen. Canada has one of the strictest guidelines when it comes to creation, development, formulation, the amount of milligrams that certain attributes need to be added to it. Creating a product in a GMP factory, it is so vital and important into what we create at Opulence, because we want to make sure that we're giving you consistency. Our products are formulated with safety in mind, with data in mind, with clinical care in mind. There's a lot of different elements that we do to make sure that we are here for you and for generations. This is why after 17 years, we are who we are. So I want you to really think about that. You are the CEO of your own company. You are the CEO of your own business, that you've partnered with a company that's 17 years old. Now, have you told enough people about the products that we carry? Have you shared with enough people what it is that you do? And if the answer is no, then let's get cracking. And if the answer is yes, then a pat on your back. And if you need to do more, which everybody can do more, then again, let's get cracking again. There is not a day that goes by that I don't talk to a new person about our products or business. Do I get a lot of no's? Absolutely. Do I get a lot of yes? Absolutely. That's part of the journey. And so what's really, really important is, if you haven't already done so, go tonight, add, 30 to 50 people to our Safe Home Revolution page. Add 30 to 50 people. If you're brand new, you can add 200 people into it tonight, to the Fountain of Life page on the Facebook page. If you haven't already done so, go and share one testimonial. It doesn't have to be yours, by the way. You can start it off by saying, I have a customer who. Go and share your testimonial. Go and share your customer's testimonial, because there's a lot of people that are evaluating our product and business. And by simply reading a testimonial, by simply reading a story, they will become your new customer. At the National Women's Show, we had a TV running, no sound, just testimonials that were just running in a loop before and after. And there was a gentleman who stopped by, and personally myself, I have a customer who's got alopecia and his hair grew back. So I had posted one of his pictures there. Well, we had someone with alopecia that stopped, and he said, what product did this person use? I said, our Fountain of Life. He said, okay, how much is a bottle? We're like $80 show special. Great, I'll take 2. Right on the spot. No other words. He didn't care what it was. He didn't care how you took it. And then before he bought it, we explained to him what Fountain of Life is. We explained to him, you should use it for 6 months. This person saw results after 6 months. We basically reiterated all the conversations with him. And you know what? He was excited. So if you are sharing your product, I promise you it will sell. If you are a product of the product, you will be successful. If you believe in your product, you will be successful. And we have thousands of products, hundreds of products, I should say, that you have access to. We have a dozen personal care products. It's not like Armageddon for you to learn the 12 products. You just have to know the basic of it. Hear these calls, plug your people in. And if you have a guest, by the way, you're more than welcome to plug them into these calls and ask us questions. We are here to give you education. We are here to be able to give you schooling of what you need for you to become unstoppable and go out in the market and to be able to share our products, our company, our ingredients, and really what we do. Remember, our two active ingredients that we focus on that we create in this company, one is microsilver, two is the Fountain of Life extract. That's it. Those are two primary ingredients that we've been able to utilize in our personal care, in our oral care, in our shampoo, in our conditioners. And we're helping everyone's life to be able to become more powerful because the products simply work. So, David, I get very excited and I get very passionate about everything that we do every single day because everything is created with our consumers in mind. So I wanted to see, Drew, I'm not sure if there's any questions. We've asked, I know there's one question that has been asked on numerous occasions. David, I'm going to get you to reiterate it one more time. Do we have an ORIC value? What is an ORIC value and why? We don't have one, but what is it and why do we not have it? Go ahead.
Okay. The ORIC value was created a long time ago. And really is something that a lot of companies tried to capitalize on it by stating what they call an ORIC value that was in their favor. The problem is that it became uncontrolled, and companies started making up their own levels, and so as a result, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration dropped the ORIC value in 2012. That was 10 years ago, a decade ago. They stopped, they removed it. Yet 10 years later, companies are still talking about it. People are still talking about it. They're trying to capitalize on something that is completely false and immeasurable. So the ORIC value has no value. It's just something that was made up at that time. They did it with good intentions, but a lot of bad things happened. A lot of false, there's so much false information about the product. It was immeasurable. So no, there's no such thing as an ORIC value. And if anyone tells you that, they should look back 10 years and understand that it hasn't been in use for that long, and yet it persists in the field. I'm surprised it has this length of this life that continues because people keep promoting these things called ORIC values, but no, please, nothing. We don't have it because it's not recognized by any administration.
All right, so it's an outdated system that does not exist. All right, David, that would conclude our evening. I'm gonna pass it on to Drew to be able to share our announcements and of course questions as well. I hope that you've all learned something new tonight on tonight's call. It's been inspirational, I would say motivational, and that you are ready to go out there and to absolutely rock and roll and be able to share the business and to share the opportunity with others. With that, David, I'll let you say a couple of final words and we'll pass it on to Drew.
Well, we're moving into a really exciting stage. If people have been excited about Fountain of Life and the products we've had, you guys are going to be astounded by the direction of the products that are coming out. So it's going to make it is going to change lives, and that's the thing. And it's not replacing anything, it's the augmentation of what you have. So you're going to have more to talk about, more to share, and I hope that you'll be really excited when you hear what Jack has to say. You'll understand a lot more about the product and how it'll impact lives. But it is going to be a real game changer, and it's something that only Opulence can offer. So I'm not saying it because I'm with the company. I'm saying it truly is because from a scientific point of view that this is important.
Amazing. Thank you for that. And ladies and gentlemen, every week when we do get on the call, there is a Q&A box. Feel free to always put in any of the questions that you may have there for us to be able to read them and of course be able to assist you. We want to thank every single person for getting on the call tonight or this morning, wherever you are. We hope that it has inspired you, it has got you to grow. And of course, you know what, we're super, super excited to have everyone on their call. Make sure you invite your brand new team members, existing members, every single week. for us to be able to assist you. Remember, you don't need to be the expert, as we have that panel for you with our regulatory team and our development team. With that, to the billion, and Drew, I'm going to pass the call over to you.
Thank you so much, Sanaz, and also David. Thank you for an amazing call. And for David to talk about the micro silver grade, it's absolutely amazing to hear more and more information about that. Sanaz, when you mentioned our bodies will be bulletproof, I love that, for the fact that, you know, we have so many amazing products and so much more to look forward to. And, you know, we're getting more and more prepared should the next pandemic hit. We don't know, but at least, you know, we have so much to equip ourselves with. And then also, Sanaz, when you mentioned that it is scary that our bodies are under attack, you know, basically every single minute. And I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to that. And you're right, it is up to us to get out there and get loud and proud about it and share it. So I just want to thank you for those amazing points. All right, so thank you so much, everyone. I see Dorothy put that she have a question, but you can type it in the meantime. I will go ahead and I'm just going to give the announcements. If we have some extra time, we'll have David answer your questions, my dear. All right, so here we go for announcements, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you can take out your phone right now. As it says, scan me, you can scan right here. You can leave us a Google review. It's absolutely amazing. We have wonderful products. As you all know, if you're new to the company or new to the call tonight, please find out what we're so excited about, what we're talking about on the daily. Also, we have our amazing business opportunities. So you can feel free to leave your review however you choose, whether it's on the products, whether it's on our business. We also have here our March Madness that we're actually in May. I think it's the first time in history of Opulence Global. I think so. I've never seen that a promotion that's gone through the third month. And this has been quite exciting, ladies and gentlemen. I know for lots and lots of people have been taking advantage of this. So we still have some time to go before the end of the month. Take advantage of this amazing special where you're getting a free gift when you become a lifestyle advisor. For $80.75, you're getting that free gift that is worth $478. This is absolutely wonderful. Again, we will have our product Crossfire call every single Monday evening for Toronto time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So always make sure to join in. Make sure to share and invite as early as possible so everyone can also make it on the call. Bring your questions, put your questions in the Q&A. If you have a testimony you'd like to share with us, make sure that you can do that also. And we have tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, our CEO that will be doing the Forensic Networker call. So Forensic Networker Nation, get out there again, get loud, share, invite, and make sure to get everyone on the call. So we will see you all there tomorrow night for this amazing training. And that is it for me tonight for sharing the announcements. I see a hand is up. Beverly hands is up. Sanaz, do we have time to take? It's actually 3 minutes after 9.
Yeah. If someone has a question, so it says, why is the direction saying drop in shampoo on the box and not saying it put in your mouth? So Dorothy, can you clarify which product you are talking about? It says, why is the direction saying drop it in shampoo on the box and not saying it put in your mouth? What are you, can you clarify what you're talking about? If you're talking about the Fountain of Life that you've received in a country like the United States. Okay, are you in the United States? Can you let me know that? Because once you let me know. So I want to reiterate something as well with David. Fountain of Life is a product that is, of course, Health Canada approved. And of course, we do have a topical label that does go into the United States and in some other countries in Europe. It is the exact same product. And Dorothy, if you go ahead and peel the label, it is actually a double ply label. To import it into the countries, in different countries, we have different types of regulatory approvals. So you can go ahead and rip off the label. You'll see it's the exact same product. It's the exact same bottling. It's the exact same dosage. And of course, the brochures, would you like to answer this question? Yeah, I'm answering. Yeah. Okay, Dorothy, I am answering your question live. So basically, in different countries, there's different labels. If you're in the United States, you probably do have the topical label, and the topical label, if you go ahead and peel off the double ply, you will see that it is the same product that we have in every country. So again, if a customer is bringing back the product, it's just because you're not educating them. It's really, really important that customers are on these calls. It's important that they call the head office to be able to have all the questions answered. And this is when we know that someone has not been properly told about the product. So there's different labels in different countries. We cover that all the time. It's part of our facts and part of our Q&A. It's part of our education. It's a great question. And by the way, it doesn't only apply to the United States, it applies everywhere. So in many different countries, once again, I'm going to reiterate, if you're seeing a topical bottle of the regulatory element of the country. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, some countries, no matter what the product is, it could even be avocado or lemon. And I'm not talking about our product. I'm talking about avocados or lemon. We don't sell avocados or lemon. But in certain places, some places in the United States, they actually make you put a warning label that it can actually cause cancer. So these are some of the regulatory elements in different countries. In the United States, based on our Fountain of Life bottle, this is something that we do in order to be able to import it. This is a food supplement. It could be used both topically and as well as orally. So they can basically, hopefully this will answer your question, Dorothy. And of course, feel free to contact the World Headquarters if you do have any further questions. If we can further assist you, please do let us know. And as well, you can always reach out to your upline, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know exactly how to answer, we are here to be able to assist you at any given time as well. So I hope that answers your question, ladies and gentlemen. And Dorothy, as well, hopefully it answers your question and your concern, my dear. And with that, I'm going to say to the billion, have a great night, everybody.
Have a wonderful night, everyone. Take care. And I just got a request on us to share back the code. So please bear with me, and I will also share this again. I think persons did not get it. So go ahead, please. You can take out your phone. Please do your scan. Beverly, I see your hands is up. I think you have something to ask. You can go ahead quickly. Good night, Beverly. Please go ahead. Okay, so I've shared the QR code, and you've also requested I shared a March Madness, and here's the poster for that. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on the call tonight. I'm going to put on back my camera. I want to thank Sanaz Zuman so much, and also David. We appreciate the time that you both put into helping us to learn more about our products, our amazing products that we're using on the daily and that we're sharing on the daily. So thank you so much once again. Everyone, remember to see you back here every single Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We are one team, one dream, and to the billions, everyone, take care. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night, Sanaz.